Okay. Hey guys, time to unveil my latest project. I am going to start a weekly series of vlogs. I will be vlogging throughout the week and then kind of tying them together into one, big video. Just to keep my, keep me not bored. I have so many things going on this summer, at least one really big thing, and I kind of want just something to fill the time and kind of for me, just, I guess to unwind. I don't know how vlogging allows me to unwind, but I am going to try doing some Let's Play stuff once I gain enough money, and if I don't get a job or not, or there are so many things happening now. So, but until I can get back into Let's Playing, and even if I end up not Let's Playing at all, I want to share some of my, some of the thoughts I've had on the internet, because, I could just try Tumblr, but I don't care about Tumblr. I'm really one of those people that really, expresses themselves through voice. I don't like writing. I like writing, but only if it's like a funny little skit or a story or stuff. But I don't like blogging my thoughts out. Research papers and the like were very tedious to me. So I like just to get my ideas out there. So that's going to be this vlog. I'm just going to, if something happens over the summer, or if I just have something to tell you, I'll just tell you. Or if I go somewhere, just a little week in the life of me. Hopefully that'll give me a steady flow of videos, and you guys can discuss it with me. I would very much appreciate it if you kind of specified what topic I was talking about in the comments, if you do decide to discuss things with me. So so that's it. Today's Sunday, and I'm going to come back, but not after this short interlude. Hey kitty! This is a short little cat interlude, just to break up me sitting on my chair. Wanna say something, kitty? Huh? Wanna say something? No? Yes, you're a good kitty. Okay. That cat isn't actually mine. She or he, I don't even know, kind of just comes into our yard and sleeps on the swing. Nice. Talk to you later, kitty. That cat, she does, she likes her shade. I'm going to make friends with that cat. I've already, rebuilt our, friendship somewhat by petting her. She allowed me to kind of scratch her fur. But, yeah, this summer I'm going to get out more. I have a plan, and I am going to try and stick to it, which is another reason why I want the vlog, because it'll keep me consistent it'll keep me consistent enough so that I can do other things, you know, that are daily. But I'll get to that when I get to that. But I really wanted to talk about this subject because it's a subject that like I said, I'm a Let's Player, or I fancy myself a Let's Player. I want to be a Let's Player. You know, life happens. But it's a community that I feel very connected with. More connected with than, you know, the abridging community. That, you know, I've kind of lost some respect for when, you know, it was just filled with divas, and I'm the only diva that's allowed. No, but, yeah, I don't watch that many abridged series right now, but I'm always willing to give new Let's Players a chance. So, a hard hit to the community was dealt with not too long ago, at least 2 weeks ago when this video comes up, and it's that Nintendo has but is putting content ID tags on games games they own, like Donkey Kong Country Returns. I've been playing this, so I'll give my little thoughts, you know, sometime in the future, but good game. Nintendo has put content ID tags onto Let's Play videos, and what that does is that they roll ads at the beginning and end of each video, and they get the money from it, which is all well and good. But for some people, Let's Playing is a living. People, you know, Chugga Conroy, Josh Jackson, Nintendo Capri Sun, Proton John, maybe. You know, they all do Let's Playing as more than a hobby. You know, whether or not you agree with that, they're not getting money for some of their videos anymore. And that's sad. But I'm not blaming Nintendo for doing this. My stance is Nintendo really doesn't know what they're doing. Like, what they think they're doing is that, you know, they're just claiming what they own, and they're getting money for what they rightfully should. And, you know, they've just gone scattershot with the automatic thing, with, like, automatic ID tags. They're not actually going through videos and seeing which content is being used. And that's kind of one of the things about YouTube, is that, and from what I understand, it's a department, you know, a department of people who aren't that well versed in copyright, but their job description is to go in, see if there's any copyrighted material, and flag them. And, you know, and then once they're flagged, they do with the videos what the producers would want, whether it's taking them down and giving the user a strike, or just putting ad rolls in front of them. And that's how it's done. It's not a malicious, you know, attack on free speech. It's just people are trying to get they're trying to protect what they own. And I'm not going to argue the whole gray area mess of whether you own the gameplay and your voice, and that outweighs the material. But And you can't do things like Rift Tracks does with video games, because with video games you have to play the game, so you'd still have to find a way to find somewhere to post your gameplay, even if you did ask people to download the commentary, and you'd still be flagged. You know, it's so computers are stupid. You know, my mom, and I'm sure you guys have kind of heard this too, that computers are going to take over the world. They're not. The Chinese are going to take over the world before computers do, because computers are only as smart as the people running them. You'd be surprised that that's a concept that no one really understands. But so Nintendo, I don't think Nintendo really knows what to do with the whole Let's Play situation. And Let's Players, the networks, are appealing to Nintendo and putting their points of views on things. And I'm going to put a best and worst case scenario, and the worst case scenario isn't that bad. The best case scenario is Nintendo creates their own network that lets players that do mainly Nintendo Let's Playing can join, and or Nintendo, you know, puts more effort into what to flag as, you know, their content. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but that's the best case scenario, is that Nintendo kind of tries to work with Let's Players and all that, and every one of them, and try to come up with a compromise. Worst case scenario, you can still watch Chugga Conroy, Josh Jepson, whatever, but they're not going to make any money of it. Chugga Conroy might not be that Nintendo guy anymore, but he says that he's not going to quit Let's Playing. Chugga Conroy might not be that Nintendo guy anymore. Josh Jepson might not be Let's Playing Mario games all that much. And, you know, okay, that's limiting. But that's the worst case scenario. And that's ignoring kind of the whole slippery slope. Well, if Nintendo's doing this, other companies will follow. That's a slippery slope argument. I'm not going to argue that, so that's just my view. That's just my view. It's sad that this is happening, but you have to realize that this was kind of a sooner or later thing, that people were going to have to question, you know, where does Let's Playing fall into like copyright law and law itself. I don't even think lawyers know. Like, unless you're a lawyer that specifically studies copyright law, I don't think anybody understands the full extent of copyright law. But that's just my opinion and my views, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So it's Monday. First real Monday of summer vacation. Last week, Monday, I only had one class, and it was the exercise class. A class that I could entirely skip and nothing would be wrong. Also, my hair is going weird. This is actually the longest my hair ever gets before I decide to get it cut. God help me if I ever try to grow out my hair, because I don't regularly comb it, so I'd probably just get dreadlocks. Yeah, so it's Monday, and I went for a walk with one of my friends, and he introduced his new puppy to me, and it was a little Rottweiler puppy. His family really likes Rottweilers, so they got the dog, and he's trying to introduce her to everyone that could possibly visit him or could possibly know him, just so that we're not dinner. But she is such a cute little thing, so friendly. I like dogs. I like animals. I really want a cat, just to have the experience of having a cat. Of course, if my friend is to be believed, cats, you don't exist to cats until you feed them. So, but that's kind of why I want one, for the challenge. So what have I been playing lately? How does that look like a face? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my camera and it has the face detection on. So a green triangle for a split second pointed to this wall again just now. How does that look like a face? Tell me, camera. Anyway, so my face will probably get so out of focus because it's going to be focusing on that rather than this. Can't see me. You literally can't see me. And now I just lost some subscribers. So I've been playing Donkey Kong Country Returns recently. Good game. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. It's regular Nintendo hard. And I guess because I grew up with the original Nintendo, the original NES, and the SNES, and then the N64. Those are the consoles that I grew up with. So having incredibly hard games wasn't all that new to me. Of course, when I was a kid, the idea of completing a game was kind of foreign to me because I wasn't that good, but I wasn't trying to be. I was just having fun playing Donkey Kong. But this game isn't as hard as people make it out to be. It is hard, though. It is Nintendo hard. But it's a good game. And I'm kind of playing this more on the competitive side. But I'm also playing this when there's background noise, like there's a substantial amount of background noise. Maybe I'm listening to a stream or listening to a podcast because I'm very avid in my podcast listening. I'm listening to two main ones right now. And so now that I don't have to drive to school anymore, I'll just listen to them while I'm playing this. And I am also playing for the 3DS. I was also playing March of the Minis, which is a puzzle game. So, it's good when you're bored, but it's not good when you're stressed, because when you're stressed, everything just seems harder. It really is a puzzle game that builds off of stress. A lot of puzzle games are like that, and it's about to rain now. But a lot of puzzle games are like that, especially like the more casual games like Cut the Rope or Bejeweled. They are puzzle games based on stress, and I don't do well because I always make a mistake. Tetris was a puzzle game that wasn't totally based on stress, at least in my opinion, because there was only one factor. There wasn't a timer and not getting to the top, There was only one factor: don't hit the ceiling. But I played March of the Minis. Not a bad game. It's not something to reduce your stress levels by any means. I also bought from the Virtual Console Harvest Moon for the Game Boy Color. It's a game that really does have a lot of early installment weirdness. You know, it really does follow kind of, you have to figure out a lot for yourself. Because the townspeople will give you vague hints, but they won't help you. A lot of what you're doing, you have to figure out for yourself or look at guides. But it's generally just a stress reliever, kind of it's not even a stress reliever because I don't feel more relaxed. I'm just giving my brain something else to do. That's how my brain works. My brain naturally multitasks, but so when I focus in on something too hard, my brain will kind of wander. So I kind of have to have something to distract part of my brain so I can focus on something else. At least that's how I figure my brain works. And it ironically, distraction helps me focus. So yeah, that's pretty much my Monday thing. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. I should have vlogged my walk with my friend, but now we had our fun, and you know, that was also a field day for the elementary school that still had school, so it was all in all a better idea. But I am going to try to vlog more things that are outside, you know, my closet over here and my room. I am going to start, because those of you who've seen my other videos, this has kind of become my set, you know. And it's actually very natural, but if you've seen my other vlogs, my regular vlogging area is actually behind the camera on my bed. It's a very wide space, but this is a space that allows for more lighting and is actually kind of more natural. But that's it for Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Tuesday. Whatever happens Tuesday. Talk to you guys later. Hey guys, I'm outside. Thought I'd give you guys a break this week from just my room, so I'm in my backyard on the swing set. My kitty buddy isn't here. She comes and goes whenever she pleases, or he, I don't know. I haven't bothered to check. Anyway, it's Tuesday. Yeah. That's kind of going to be an advantage of this vlog, that I'm going to keep track of the days more closely, because that's kind of one of the indications of summeritis, right? You forget what days are, and if you can hear a whirring in the background, that's my dad using the shop vac. But yeah, that's one of the advantages of doing this vlog. You may also have noticed that today I have gotten a haircut. Again, I like my hair short. It's much easier to do, and my hair it has a very unnatural way of kind of just falling into place, especially when it's short. I guess that's true of most short hair, but my hair, it's impossible to mess up. Even when it's like semi-long, it kind of keeps to its own style. Even if it's bedhead or anything, like the only way to move it is to use like outside products, shampoo or gel or anything. Other than that, my hair wishes to be somewhat stationary. So I have several plans for the summer, one of them being Anime After Hours, which you guys will see in June. We'll start doing that in June, and we are in the process of getting special guests and segments together, but I'm going to try to get some special guests today. But yeah, Anime After Hours, it's kind of like a nerdy talk show, but I'm also going to put a little more effort into losing weight. You guys pretty much see me, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to do a bit more walking with one of my friends, and I'm also going to do basketball in the evenings when it's cooler. That's kind of the thing about summer, is that in New Mexico, I live in New Mexico, so if you think of New Mexico and think the desert, you're almost right. Like there's green and stuff, but summers get hot in New Mexico, and I live in the cooler parts. Like, I live in the parts that actually get snow, to put that in perspective. So, it's not Arizona hot, but it does get hot. But in the evenings, it cools down a bit. So I'm going to try to do some shooting hoops when it gets cooler. Try to make that a daily practice. I'm trying to get more into a routine for the summer. Even with my vlogging, I'm trying to get into a routine so that I'm more organized and it can try to get more things done. Put out more videos, put out Anime After Hours, and get stuff that we want for Anime After Hours. But yeah, so I'm going to say this. Shooting hoops is the more technical term for it, because it's just me. I'm just going out here and shooting the basketball into the basketball hoop. In fact, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, let me get the camera focused. That's our basketball hoop right there, and I'm going to be doing that pretty much every day during the summer. Don't know how much weight I'll lose because of that, but I'm hoping that I'll be a bit more healthier, a bit more active, and a bit more creative. That's kind of my weight loss solution. My weight loss solution is to not take anything from other weight loss solutions, like Biggest Loser, Dr. Oz, whatever, sorry if I'm constantly readjusting the camera. Any place that has a real weight loss solution, I'm not going to listen to. I'm just going to do things on my own way. That isn't sitting on my bed and feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to get more active, and I'm going to try, dieting, eating less, that's gonna be my diet. I'm not going to count calories or anything, but I am going to be like, okay, I'm going to time myself out. Like, okay, I already ate in the past hour, so I shouldn't be eating now. I already drank a Coke in the past 2 hours, so I'm going to have to drink water. Really, that's simple weight loss. That's what you do, and that's how you kind of go about it. You don't sweat, superfoods or whatever foods are unhealthy or whatever. Stay away from unhealthy foods, but don't sweat it if you eat it. If you're going to have a hamburger, have a hamburger. Don't have a hamburger every day of the week, or don't have a hamburger every week. But if you have the urge, don't be like, but I want a hamburger, but I shouldn't, but I want it. Because I believe that humans are very contradictory creatures, like are contradictory or contrary. Put a taboo in front of us and we'll do it. We're very, when you tell us not to do things, we'll do them. That's kind of the teenager in all of us, So when you're telling us, don't have this food, we're going to try everything. We're going to want to have that food. Even if we don't try to get that food, we're going to want them. So that's what I'm saying. Don't sweat excluding things, but also lay off them. But don't torture yourself by wanting these foods. Don't have a hamburger every week or every day. Every week. Don't have a hamburger every week. But it's once in a while, when the urge hits you and you're like, you know what I haven't had in a long time? A hamburger. Have the hamburger, because you're only hurting yourself more and driving yourself crazy more, and you're going to give up on the diet way more easily if you deny yourself, that's kind of my solution to weight loss, because it's never easy, but I think we make it harder on ourselves. That's my thing. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and who knows, maybe something will happen tomorrow that I can vlog to you guys about. So see ya. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Lazy Wednesday. Actually, yeah, it's a very lazy Wednesday. Even on vacation, Wednesday is pretty uneventful, because Wednesday is usually the day that you get into kind of a rut, and nothing else exciting is happening today. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Teen Titans Go for a little bit. Sometime this week I did say how I listened to podcasts, and kind of one podcast that I was listening to was asking the question, after watching this cartoon, how can anybody hate it? And I think it's what I call anti-nostalgia goggles, because I think Teen Titans Go is a pretty good show. I have it recorded, and I'm probably only going to watch it when I'm like really bored and there's nothing else like on YouTube or something. I'm pointing back there to my computer. Anyway, but it's like anti-nostalgia goggles, or another term that I came up with was like obsessive comparative disorder. Like, I'm talking to my camera. I'm vlogging. My dad walked into the room and looked at me like I was crazy. But yeah, obsessive comparative disorder. When like two things that are of the same property appear, people kind of just compare, you know, try to compare it and see if the newer one is as good as the old one. Because the old one is a piece of perfection and can't be messed with in any way. And I think that's what it is. And it's the internet. I feel like I've gotten a pretty good understanding of it's the internet, of the internet and how people act. Because first off, I'm friends with a troll. And second of all, I've been on the internet for like since middle school, so I've gotten a feel about how people react to things on the internet. And my whole face is I gotta keep this vlog fresh, and maybe next week, after this first week is done, I'm probably just going to vlog on days when I feel like I have something to talk about. And dismissing all of that, I am going to just put on D&D highlights. But yeah, that's Wednesday. I'm watching Teen Titans Go and most of Toonami. I think I said that also. And that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome to the Thursday, D&D Thursday. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know, messing with different angles, trying to be more creative with where I am and such. But today was D&D Thursday. I met a group online. Actually, a group invited me. There was a long time when I was part of Lord Cat's stream. I've stopped watching it mostly because my internet connection didn't do well with streams. It does a bit better now, but I decided against watching it because when I'm on the stream, either nothing's happened or there's a lot of drama, and you know, there is a lot of drama, and I don't want to deal with that. I'm looking over here. Sorry, it's kind of there's nothing interesting there, just stuff. But I guess that's where my head wants to go. So, but when I was with the Lord Cat stream, and again, it's nothing, you know, I don't think the quality is bad. I have nothing against, you know, the stream. Just stopped watching it. But when there were D&D sessions, in fact, that was what endeared me to the group. So there were D&D sessions, and on the wiki, there was D&D. There were like D&D groups. There was a section where you could put like your D&D thing, you know, in it was a wiki. You could put your D&D credentials into the wiki, and people would contact you, or you would contact a group about joining. And I got invited, and so ever since then I've been playing D&D with the group. It's been about 4 years, or not 4 years, but about 2 years that we've been doing the ridiculous D&D thing. Mm. Uh, yeah, 2011. Wow. Wow. Uh, anyway, eh, we've been doing this thing since 2011, November 23rd, 2011, and we've been just doing that. We've been just doing that every week, and last week was my return. I had to quit it for a while for 16 weeks because of college and school. But now that it's summertime, I can, return to doing D&D, and I'm going to talk about that. In my D&D campaign, I played a drow named Raltar, and he's joined by a kind of a sardonic, min-maxing cleric, a very abrasive fighter, dragonborn, and a zombie. Yeah, and two new characters, but the whole story is that we are all there for whatever reason, but we are actively we're fighting evil, basically, but our arch enemy is the god of madness. I'm sorry for changing camera angles on you guys so much. In fact, I don't even know how the sound is going to be, but our arch enemy is the god of chaos, and we're basically fighting him and his minions at every turn, and right now we're basically stopping him from becoming one with magic. Like, he's going to become all magic if we don't stop him. And so in this session, we kind of confronted him. Not really confronted him. We're kind of his puppets, and we're trying every day not to. We're trying not to be subjected by him, but yeah, we're his puppets, and and he's kind of made us all an offer that we basically can't refuse. So, like my character's girlfriend, an NPC, it has been coerced towards him, and she's under the impression that he's in this for the greater good, and my character is an idiot, mostly because I'm an idiot, but my character mostly, and he's trying to convince her that she's made a deal with madness and lies. So we left off the session kind of trying to mull over what we're going to do. So I'll keep you guys posted on this, but I'll see you guys next Friday. Talk to you guys later. Hey guys, hey guys, jumped the gun here. I am using my webcam now because I am too lazy to use my normal camera, this. Uh, Actually, let's talk about this camera. This camera, costs about $350, somewhere about, but it only films in 720p, which for me, I usually try to record one step above, one step above or below what I'll render at. Not the case here. Kind of the case here, not, but anyway. So, if I ever get a 1080p camera, I am going to render at 720p. Just to squish, not like just to squish the video in, to compress the pixels. I'm not sure if that makes it look any better, but it's my huh. I noticed that my roof was a different color than my walls. I don't know if it makes the video look any better, but it's a superstition of mine. I don't know. Um, I uh, I pretty much got my week out. It's Friday. Friday is my weeks ended on Friday on Thursdays for the longest time now. So Fridays were kind of just my day of rest and doing things that needed to be done. Fortunately, all my classes weren't project classes, so like I could get, you know, uh just several like stuff done. The closest thing to a project class was my music theory class, and that one, ugh. The quickest way to start hating any type of art form is to take the theory behind it. I'm sure I would hate anything having to do with film if I ever took like a film theory class and was like had and I had to learn like why different types of film behaved how they do. Just and the class just went way too fast because every week it would be like, okay, so here's major scales and they exist. So yeah, I don't know. I passed my classes, that's all I care about, and that means next semester, if I pass those classes, I will have an associate's. And that's all that matters. So, so, sorry for such a lame Friday video, but Saturday I think I'll be editing all that I've done, and I'll kind of do like just a wrap up, and then, start again on Sunday if some cool stuff is happening. Actually, some other cool stuff. The high school that I went to is having graduation soon, so I might be invited to some graduation parties, and maybe I'll vlog some of the guys. But from whatever I'll see you guys tomorrow. Laters.